Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Karlene, and if this is your first time here, a very warm welcome to you. You're visiting us here in North Queensland, where I live with my husband and my 3 boys aged 9, 6 and just turned 1. Here you will find videos around family food, easy recipes, simple living with the down-to-earth perspective, which is also on a budget. If that sounds good to you, then just keep watching. In today's video, we'll be putting together some sweet treats for Valentine's Day, doing some simple home decorating to help make Valentine's Day feel a little special without going overboard. It's been raining on and off all day so far, so we're going to get started in the kitchen and whip up some quick and easy sweet desserts that we can enjoy after dinner tonight. We're going to start with 2 cups of frozen strawberries in a saucepan, and we're going to cook this down to make a delicious sweet strawberry sauce for our cheesecake that we're going to make. I combined a couple of recipes together to cater for what ingredients I had, and I also wanted to make this the easiest and quickest way possible. So I've got 2 cups of frozen strawberries. You can use fresh if you prefer, or if you have them on hand. I want this to be a nice thick sauce, so I'm going to add in some corn flour, 2 tablespoons, a pinch of salt, a squeeze of lime juice. I ran out of lemon juice, so you can use whatever you have on hand. I've got some homemade vanilla essence. We're going to go in with 1 teaspoon, although a little bit more fell out than what I thought, but that's okay. To sweeten this up a little bit, we're going to go ahead and add some icing sugar. You can use whatever type of sweetener that you like. I went in with 2 large spoonfuls, and then later on, after tasting it, after it had cooked down a little bit, I added maybe half of another one and an extra squirt of lime juice. So you can just cook this down, simmer this down, and cook it to your taste. I don't like it too sort of tangy and tart. I wanted it to be a little bit more mellow, so I don't add too much acidity. So we're just going to stir this all together, put that on a medium heat. Sorry, I forgot I added a little bit of water there, just because I'm using frozen strawberries too, just to help them, thaw out that little bit quicker and help create that sauce. So I'm going to put that on a medium heat, warm those up, and then I'm going to put that on a very low simmer with the lid on, so I can just forget about it and move on to the next thing. After putting baby down for a nap, I came back to find our sauce had thickened up beautifully, and I was just breaking up the larger sort of chunks of strawberry into smaller pieces, so it looks like this. Next up, we're going to go ahead and whip up some cream. I'm going to use a small little tub of cream, and the quickest way that I have found to whip cream is using an immersion blender as opposed to your whisk beaters, electric beaters. So this is the a little trick that my mother-in-law had taught me actually on one of her more recent visits, and I thought, how did I not know this? This immersion blender is as old as my eldest son, so it's 9 years old, and it still works fine. It's missing a button and a half, but I didn't even consider using it to whip cream. Did you know about this? Comment below if this is the first time, if you are today years old, that you learnt about this trick, or does everybody know this and they just don't tell their friends? Let me know below if you've heard of this trick before. Next up, we're going to work on the cheesecake portion of the dessert. Now this is going to be a continental style, which means no bake, because I just want to make this really, really simple and easy like I mentioned before. Also, asking for a friend. Is there an easier way to open this? Obviously, I'm doing fine, but I'm asking for other people that might need help. I found this really awkward. I was expecting it to be like a little bar, I could just unwrap it, but it was almost like sausage meat. Anyway, we're going to go in with 1 portion of cream cheese, 1/4 cup of sour cream, a squirt of lime juice, and we're going to sweeten this up as well with some icing sugar. If you don't have sour cream on hand, I've seen some people add buttermilk, and you can make your own by mixing some vinegar with some normal milk. if you don't have that on hand. I have it on hand because I am still loving the taco salad that I made in my last summer video. I think this is the third lot I've made this week. I'm not even sick of it at all. Forgot the vanilla essence there, just adding a splash of that. It's meant to be a tablespoon or a teaspoon, but I think I added way more than what was required, but it tasted great. Anyway, we're going to mix all of that together. I'm just trying to get that cream cheese lump free before adding in the whipped cream that we whipped earlier. Sorry about that, just rearranging the knife that I realized that was poking right in your direction. Had to get that out of the way. So you want to make sure that your cream cheese is nice and smooth before adding your whipped cream. Just doing a bit of a taste test there to make sure that the flavor was right. If this is your first time in my kitchen, just fair warning, I don't always follow the recipe. Sometimes I just make stuff up, and you can watch along and learn from me, as in do as I say, not as I do. Sometimes there's a fail, but this worked out really nice. We're going to add in half a cup of whipped cream, and that's going to help lighten up this texture, which will help make this a nice light and fluffy dessert. Now that our mixture is all ready to go for our Valentine's Day cheesecake, we're going to pop that aside and work on the base. And when I say base, I mean that very loosely, as in this is going to be like a deconstructed type cheesecake where it's sort of layered like a parfait. And oh, look at my mess in the back. Can you spot my mess in the back of the kitchen there? Too tired to clean it all up. This little corner was just enough for me to make this video for you guys. Hope you don't mind. There's real life happening behind me. This is a real kitchen with a real family of 5. So, you know, this is the best that I could do this day. Okay, so for the biscuit base, I'm just using some Oreos, and I'm just going to smash them inside its packet, because why would I want to dirty a food processor when I will have to spend more time cleaning it than it did breaking the biscuits? So I'm just going to give these a good old whack with my rolling pin. You could put it into a sandwich bag. I've seen people do that, but often because it's a thin plastic, it will sort of bust open and make a mess. So why not just use the packet it comes in? Save some plastic, so much quicker and easier. Well, I think so. What do you think? Do you think this is an easy hack that you could do to make dessert recipes? I think so. I got I think it was like double mud cake or double choc mud cake Oreo cookie version, but you can get, you know, whatever version you want. If you wanted to alter the flavor to make like a choc mint dessert, you can get like the mint stuffed ones and maybe not do strawberry with the mint. I don't know. That's not my type, like my taste, my vibe, but you do you. You do you. Okay, this has been cooling down off to the side. I ended up having to go pick up the kids and then come back. So because of the cornstarch in there, it did thicken up more than what I had wanted. So, oh, look at that mess. I'm going to have to crop that out. Hold on. Is that better? Now, if you watched my last video, I picked these up from the thrift shop. They were $1 each, and I love them. It's summer here right now, and I thought this would look so pretty with the bright red strawberry, you know, I was going to say seeping through. I'm just testing out all my spoon fit without touching the sides to make it look nice and neat. Now it's the fun part, layering the biscuit base, the cheesecake, the strawberry, and I'm just mindful of how tall my glass is and how many layers I want of each color, finishing up with a sprinkle of the cookie crumble on top. After dishing up those 4 little desserts, I did have some mixture left over, so you could definitely make this as like a whole like pie, like in a pie dish if you wanted to, and you didn't want to do like little individual servings. I think that would be enough. Now, because I had to warm up my strawberry mixture right before assembling them, it was on the warmer side, so I just assembled what I could, chucked it back in the fridge to help chill it down before doing the whipped cream like finale on top, because I didn't want it all to melt. So I mean, when you do it at home, you know, give it some time to cool down before assembling it yourself. And I've just put together a nice little romantic setting for our desserts, because I mean, let's be real, I've got 3 kids. I'm not going out for a fancy romantic dinner for 2. It's going to be a family date night at home for 5. So I mean, let's keep it real. Okay, that's really what it's going to look like for us, and I am happy with that. I am very blessed. I am very grateful for my life, my husband and my children. So we will all be spending Valentine's date night together. One last sprinkle of our mud cake Oreo biscuits on top, and I think that these look beautiful. They were so simple to put together, very easy, and they tasted delicious. What do you think? Would you make this at home? Comment below and let me know if you think this is easy enough for you to be able to throw a quick dessert together, whether you're doing a family dinner or a romantic date night at home for 2. Okay, so my next project is turning linen bunting into little love hearts. Bunting, I guess you could say. I wanted to use some felt, a hot glue gun. I'm trying to get this done as quickly as possible. I have a fussy baby today, so I'm going to go ahead and add a little felt love heart to every second flag. I am so sorry if that fan, I just realized in the background that the fan that I had going in the room that I'm in was noisy and you could hear it. Well, I could hear it. Could you hear it? Was it bugging you the whole time? You were like, geez, Marlene, get it together. Henry has just joined me down here as well. So if you hear his little bell in the background, that's because he is snuggling up and getting tucked in for the night. Okay. So because I've got red felt that is hand cut, I decided to do every second flag because, you know, they will be imperfect and that's okay. And I just thought it would be less noticeable if they weren't side by side. Now to cut out the hearts, I tried eyeballing it, folding my felt in half, cutting that into a strip, and then folding that into thirds and trying to get those into equal shapes, equal parts, to try and like hammer through this as quickly as I could. Comment below if you have a better way of doing this, because I feel like craft projects are fun, but it's also like there's a fine line between like it being fun and then being super stressful, because, you know, of course there are little kids around that need you, and that is fine. That is my job. I am their mum. But also, like, can I just do the thing? Can I just have 5 minutes to do the thing, please? Right? Like, please. There is finally a break in the rain, so I've kicked the kids outside to go and play in the sunshine, put on some relaxing music, and I'm just getting out some things that I think would work for Valentine's Day decor. I got these candlesticks from the secondhand store. I think the tall one was $2, the little one was $1. If you enjoy thrift with me videos, like shop with me videos like that, I will link my latest one below, where I went to some local stores and a really beautiful antique store that's here in town as well. So you can go ahead and watch that. I'll link that below as well. So I like to not be so inflexible when I come to decorating my home. I like to pull things out that I already have, you know, change what location they are in the home to try and get more use out of my items, so I'm not just buying like unconsciously, just wasting money and then having to store things. It's just too much. I like to keep things simple. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull out some things that I think would work in the space, and you'll see me sort of fidgeting with them because sometimes they don't work, and that's okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and have a play with these things around my home and see if I can get them to look nice for Valentine's Day, freshening up the space. So you can see where I landed on my little antique buffet over there. Does this little tablecloth look familiar? That was from my last thrift haul. That's not permanent in the center there. I just had to plonk something there because it felt naked. The bunting was meant to go up there, but it was too long, so I just hung it up on my little curtain railing up here, and I think it looks so sweet being every second one. I don't think it looks like it's missing anything. I think that's fine. I'm happy with that. That's good. And I just sort of threw this together. They say that a way to a man's heart is through his stomach, so there is a recipe book there that I plan on making some food for my husband, a little chalkboard that I got last year with our initials on it. I've got a couple of other finds there from Facebook Marketplace, those little candle holders there as well. And I just threw this together just to keep it really simple and easy and clean and minimal. And we're going to run with this for Valentine's Day. Thank you so much for coming along with me today, or over the last few days, as I cook for Valentine's Day and decorate and craft. I hope you enjoyed your time that you spent with me. If you did, please subscribe so you don't miss my next video. If you're after more family-friendly recipes, keeping things easy and simple for the family, then please subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.